Where's the best place for content on the world of Ice and Fire?
Right over there. See where I am pointing with my dagger? I just found
Sporking News Podcast. With me, Sporking. Make sure you like and subscribe. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome.
Dropping F-bombs. Why wasn't I in that last one?
Which one? That one? I don't. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. AI is dangerous, people. I want to say that before this is played, because people are saying lots of people, tens of people have been attacking me on what they say is my true nature. All right. And thank you.
The channel's under attack.
The channel is under attack. Watch this. Now it's just me. Hey, what is that? What is that?
You've always been a fan of strong black women.
Well, they do pay a lot, the Kamala side,
but only half black.
I like strong. No, yeah, I can't say that.
Congratulations on coming out.
Thank you. Thank you. Surely, wow, 2025 is blasphemy. Hey. It probably is. We'll get to that.
Yeah, it'll be 2026.
Yeah, 2026.
What happened?
Jack, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Channel member, friend. Good to see you. I've seen you in a while, man. And I always say Jack, but it's Jake D, but I call him Jack because I screw it up every time. Borlord of Queens, what is up? Dega Outlaw.
Did you say
and Jane was
Jakey?
It's Jake.
Jaked.
Jake D.
No, it's jaked. You know, like when you
Jaked.
jack, but you jaked. So you jaked.
Oh, he jaked. I never knew.
Yeah, it's the host.
Listen, listless receptionist. You, if he lives that long, I think it might. Well, we'll get into it. I have to sound professional. Hey, everybody, welcome. It is a Wednesday night show of a Spork of Ice and Fire. Yep. Try to keep it on Tuesdays. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me give you the big screen.
All right, here we are once again. I'm me, they're them, we're us, and this is the YouTube Game of Thrones talk equivalent of Braille because people feel us when we speak.
That was awesome. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone here tonight. Okay, so let's talk about this. We got a couple things we're going to go over. We're going to talk about, are there any clues out there that the Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire, I'm sorry, I'm shot. A Song of Ice and Fire, The Winds of Winter will be out next year. Now, I know, maybe Stig, maybe I said 2025 November, or 24 November, and maybe I said 2023 November, and maybe like for the last about 10 years. But Stig, do you think there is any chance 2025?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simply by the numbers. Remember when I actually got it right when I deduced how far he had written?
Right.
What I did was we knew that he had 500 pages left over after book 5.
Correct.
And we knew that he had said that the book was going to be like 1,700 pages.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 or 4 times he kept saying that he had written a couple of hundred pages more. So you just add them together, and then I correctly guessed how much he had left, right?
Right.
So that was like a year ago, I think.
Right.
And he has been writing since then. So even if he's only written 150 pages, there's just like 100 left, I think.
I wouldn't be wrong with that.
If
Okay, so 2036 then.
What's up, fan?
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah, like this one right here, 2036. Well, let me ask Mason. Mason, what do you think? You're muted, Mason.
Could not agree more.
Mm-hmm.
He's so deep when he talks. It's like really amazing. And look, guys, Mason only needs 25 more subs to hit 100. So guys, go over to Mason's channel. Please sub him. He's a really good dude. fan of Fromley is here, and the lovely Sherry, as always. How are you?
You're obviously not a part of the Fromley because you don't understand that.
It's the show From, right? I got to check it
No,
out.
it's the show From.
Hey,
Oh.
sure.
So it's the show From. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Mad Cheesemo? I know you're not
Well-
a book reader, correct?
One, I want to say that I'm not really happy for being misled that we were going to be talking aliens tonight on an aluminum
Never
spork.
said that once. Never said it was never. But I'm so glad you're here. Really, I am. It is
Two,
always happier when you're on the panel because you're a funny guy.
thank you. Two, I'm gonna stick with what I've been saying since the beginning. It will not be published, or it will not be out while he's alive. It's gonna be a scenario where they're cleaning out his house and they're gathering up the pizza boxes, the empty pizza boxes, where he's scribbled down some ideas, like a paragraph here, a paragraph there, and then they're going to take all that and then add it, like, put it together and try to come out with a book. Post.
Can
So
I make
they're going to do a
prediction?
two-pack. He's going to release more books
Yep.
on his death.
Yep. You're
Don't
muted.
tell him.
Scott.
Don't tell him. Damn it.
Oh, sorry.
That was awesome. Thank you, Matt, for being a friend. Obtuse, Rubber Goose, Green Moose, Guava Juice, the fourth. We will talk
Actually,
more
it's the
aliens.
IV. He's a
There is a
Could be the
there's
IV.
going to be a there's going to be a good there is a good chance that we will do more aliens on this. Well, not just aliens, lost ancient civilizations and conspiracies. My Rumble channel will be dedicated to that. We are live on Rumble X and YouTube right now, but Rumble will pretty much have it all. We will only do about an hour on YouTube, and the rest will always be on Rumble when it comes to aluminum spork. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Mr. Grant Gregory, you jerk. What do you think?
I think I really need to get on to doing that diss track. But apart
Yeah,
from that,
Your song is beautiful, dude. Beautiful. We're gonna share it later.
I definitely think that we're going to get it one day. I feel like that we're too optimistic, and then you say things and you actually get my hopes up, and then when November happens and we have no book,
Yeah,
I'm like, oh,
I blame Jane too. Jane Theory.
did it to me again.
She
Can I
gets
make
me.
a prediction?
Please do.
Uh,
I love predictions.
Well, when book 6 comes out, I'm thinking late 2025. But within a year after that book, we will get another Dunk and Egg, and
Yep.
also the sequel to Blood and Fire. Because I think both of them are done, but both of them will spoil book 6 if they come out first.
Definitely Duncan Egg.
How could
Yeah,
How could
spoil
Blood
plot
and-
points.
Fire
Yeah.
spoil book 6?
Well, Duncan Egg is up in Winterfell. We're gonna learn a lot about some of
we're
the
gonna
that
learn
history.
Yeah, it's
And
going
then-
to cover Egg.
And
And
then let's
Ares.
not forget, Blood and Fire will be probably up to
Or
going
80s?
through to the Mad King. So you're going to learn about Summerhall. So
Yeah.
he's absolutely right. If we get those, it'll probably, that's the reason he hasn't released any of those yet. Because I bet, like you just said,
what's it going
Wow.
to
Blood
and Fire is
spoil
done.
in Winds though?
it's going to spoil like the truth about Rhaegar. Okay, we'll learn if Rhaegar knew of the
Wait,
prophecy.
you think that's we're gonna get the answers to that in Winter? He's saving that for the last book, guaranteed.
No.
Guaranteed. It's
look
gonna
at-
be the
if
last
you-
book.
If you look at his first 3 books, okay, so we
Yeah,
have
I'm
6.
looking at 'em.
We have 6 right now. No, we have 5 right now. So the
I have
first 3
7.
books. What?
I have 7.
There's going to be a total of 7 actual books.
No, I have 7 books.
Okay, slow down. He needs 8. I don't think he's going to do it in 7. But we have Game of Thrones, Clash of Kings, Storm of Swords, Feast of Crows, and A Dance with Dragons. If you look at Game of Thrones and then A Clash of Kings, like a lot of stuff starts happening in A Clash of Kings, and then Storm of Swords is like the big release, that 3rd book, like giving you the payoffs of people's deaths the reforging of Westeros, who's actually in the power positions. I believe that's going to happen this book, and the last book will be maybe the first chapter or two will be like, or I think the Long Night will start at the end of the Winds of Winter and finish very beginning of Dream of Spring. So maybe something important will happen in that book at the beginning, but then it'll be like the political aftermath.
Well, book 4 and 5 is one book. He split them.
Yeah.
So was
So
wasn't oh, maybe not. I thought Clash of Kings. Well, he always has so much left over, but you're right. You're a Feast for Crows and A Dance of Dragons was one book, and he kind of split it. Yeah, technically, that's why we get certain characters in one and certain in the other, and they're kind of at the same timeline. Some people get confused with that. Yeah, I hear you on that. I don't know if I've come to terms that we're not going to get the Winds of Winter. I've come to terms that I probably won't see A Dream of Spring, at least written by him. But I really would love to his Winds of Winter because it's been so long. I don't want somebody else to be the person that actually finishes that book.
If it is, I hope it's someone who has nothing to do with it and just completely destroys it. Just do
like a nonfiction.
Well,
like
let me ask you a question,
just give it
Scott.
to Dan and Dave to write. Just give it to Dan and Dave to write.
Scott, let me ask you: would you be cool if it's a scenario like what I said, that it's a
post-mortem?
Yeah, and they're taking it from his notes or what little that he did right, and kind of flushed it out like what people do with Tom Clancy. Tom Clancy would write a outline, and then somebody else would come in and write the book.
Or more like Stig always brings up the Wheel of Time,
right? Or even the Dune books.
The problem there is that George doesn't have outlines. He doesn't do it.
Well, not outlines. What I mean is like if he's jotting things down on his empty pizza box or what have you, somebody coming in and grabbing those notes and those paragraphs or pages.
What does he write on again?
Pizza boxes.
No. What is that? It's not a computer, but it's not a typewriter. It's something. It's like
a stenographer.
Wait a minute. Hold on. One at a time. Stig.
It's an MS-DOS computer.
I don't even think it's DOS. I thought it was something earlier.
Stignover. I said it the first time. God damn it.
Reporter. Yeah, you had it good too.
Stignover. God dang it.
What's it called again, Matt?
I said it right the first time.
So I have So I did a little research before the show for once. In the past couple of years, we have had some limited hints from Martin. Back in 2022, he said he completed 1,100 pages of the manuscript so far, give or take. And then in 2024, he hinted that he might finish the book before 2027, as he anticipates completing it before the release of the next season of House of the Dragons, 2026, and Night of the Seven Kingdoms, 2027. So he'll be busy around that. So if it's not 2025, I can't imagine it not coming out. Like it may be finished in 2025, but we'll get it in 2026.
Well, yeah, you have to have it go through the process. You have the sensitivity readers that will come in.
Yeah. Oh God, can't wait for that. Mason, what were you going to say?
It's not like he hasn't made these claims before, though. Like he did the thing in what is it? I think it was 2020 with the con in Australia. He said, "Lock me up in the jail."
Yep. And then he didn't go, correct? Because of
I think so.
The virus we shall not talk about.
Even though that the book is extremely complicated compared to the others. Because all the characters are split and he's had the shows and all that stuff. At this point, he has no excuse because let's say the TV shows and all that took 5 years away or even 6 years away from his ability to work. It still shouldn't take this long to write a damn book because the Wheel of Time books are about the same in complexity. And Robert Jordan dished out dished out those every second year.
Yeah,
You know,
I
and
think it goes back to the show. I think that the show, the way it was received those last few seasons, really took the wind out of his sail. You know, like he, you know what I mean? It has to be hard to get motivated to write this thing that was just completely shit on this
Mhm.
television show, and no one liked the ending at all. And fuck that, dude.
well,
It
it's
was-
not going to be the same anyway.
Remember
It
how,
won't be the same.
yeah,
Well, I
remember
know
how
it
bad
won't be the
was that they
same,
canceled
but now he's
5
gonna have to compete with the ending of the show to make it to
It's no
compensate
competition.
for how bad. No, to compensate for how bad it was received. That you can get
Right,
in your head
right.
about that.
Like and I'll go to you after, Grant. I know that if he did tell them, which I Dan and Dave, by the end, David Benioff was he is the most narcissistic person. He needs, like, I really believe Stephen Walt needs to do a whole video on him. This dude, like, he would walk in to the set and people they would avert their eyes, like, oh my God, Dan and Dave are here. Dave's here. You know, like, he would make comments like he wrote the story himself. So
Well,
even
he did.
well, the last couple seasons, you're right. And that's why it was so shitty. George may have Bran being the king at the end, but we all know if he is, it's actually the great other who wins, or it's Leaf controlling him. Like, he's going to get us there in a different way. But
Like, I mean, they could have fixed that ending right at
Mhm.
the end when they're pushing Bran off. Just have his eyes glow blue. Completely changes everything.
right.
And you're like, okay, they're all dead. They lost.
Alpha Kenny 1, Alpha Kenny 1. I agree with you, but I don't think it's more the show that people attack. The book readers, if you look at the majority of book readers, they have defended him. They're still defending him. Some of them have finally come around to be a little bit like, you know, are we going to get these books? But if you look at most of the content creators, like, they wouldn't do anything with me on their channels. Like, I got offers and then they must have looked at my videos because we were kind of negative towards George, and they just would stop communicating because it's like this little bubble of, like, we protect George. He's the greatest. But I mean, after 11, 12, it's over 12 years now. You gotta, like, he's arrogant about it. Like, he attacked the fans about asking the question, when the hell are we going to get the book? So I know that I'm going to read it and put all that to the side. And even if there's parts I don't like, I know I'm going to love it. Even if he goes a route I didn't think he should, I'm still not going to hate on him. We might have discussions about it and say, oh, I would have thought this and that. But if we get the books, there's no hate. For me, at least, there is no hate. I want to chapter by chapter it. I think that'll be the best.
I just want you to do the accents of every different character when we do the read through.
I will.
No, I get to do a few.
Okay, you could
Okay,
do.
you get to do the women.
Yeah.
Yes. Wait, gross. Sorry. It gets hit me when you say it. I'm like, no.
Didn't he say just recently the wins has been given to his publisher? Someone else said that to me before the stream went on, and
Didn't hear anything about it.
I couldn't find it. I couldn't
Yeah, me
find
neither.
it. Guys, this is the link for Mason. He needs 26 more to hit 100. Please nail it. That was so lame. I want to be unburdened by what has been. What? I don't know. Understand.
I think he's talking about the ending of the show.
Oh yeah, that show was so dumb. So
I mean, who has a better story than Bran? I mean, apart from the guy that died and came back, and
Mhm.
you know,
Like, everyone on that fucking stage has a better story.
Okay, so Alpha Kenny 1, once again, I love Mauler, but he can't tell me why. I have no reason to hate that last. I am as knowledgeable with A Song of Ice and Fire as he is. I will say that.
More so.
more.
I don't want to be arrogant.
He hasn't read the books.
Oh, he hasn't?
No.
Oh.
Here's the thing though. Spork game, right? He didn't hate on it for no reason. He sat there for hours and hours and hours and explained why this and this and this didn't work. So that's not the same as no reason. That's him actually giving the reasons and why.
Even as a non-book, I never read the books either, but I did not care for the second season at all.
Well, I mean, you watched the second season and it seemed like there was different writers not talking to each other for the other different episodes. 1 minute someone is crying about not wanting to hurt people, and then the next they're burning down a village.
Yeah, I also love the entire scene on the dock. You know, that went for 10 episodes.
Right.
It was like, well, we can't afford another location, so let's just have everything happen on this one tiny pier of about 10 steps.
Yeah, and you know, them taking out Aegon's son, the youngest son, and
Made
people
all
trying
the
to say
missing.
that's not a big deal. It changes the whole story. It changes the whole, it's a different story altogether now, because without the
Worse
son,
than sorry,
his brother, now there is a question of succession that never happened in the book. His brother, oh God, I'm blanking on his name.
Aemon.
Aemon's, thank you. Yeah, I don't read the books. What am I talking about? No, Aemon in the books defends his brother's crown. He does not even want to be a regent.
Yeah, he
doesn't want
refuses to
that
take the title of regent. Yeah, he doesn't sit on the throne.
Yeah, and now he's abusive to his sister. He's threatening his brother's life.
Who is now a god. Let's
she's a god.
not forget that she's a god.
Yep. Yeah, she's not a seer in the books. She's just a happy girl who ends up having a terrible life. And
she used to like to fly until, I mean, maybe that's what she was trying to do at the end. Trying to fly.
It was the three-eyed crow. Yeah, an Alpha. I respect anybody's views. I appreciate you watching, but like, this is, I don't know if it was you, but this is multiple times people told me, well, Gary liked it. Oh, Mahler liked it. I love those guys. I watch their stuff, but I don't have to agree with them. And I'm not wrong for disagreeing with them. I think they missed the mark. This show sucked.
At least Gary consumed the source material, right?
And he's very knowledgeable. He's very knowledgeable on the source material. If you've never listened to his reading of the sample chapter for the Forsaken for the Winds of Winter, it's dope. But yeah, I that's another one I didn't understand why Gary liked it. I really think it missed the point. They tried to fluff the ending of it. Like, one of my biggest hatreds of that, the ending of that, is making Alicent seem like she's a hero, but the male historians will make her the bad guy. Like, it's just, you got to look through it and look at what they really were doing. It was, they chopped up that his easily to follow book. It's a freaking textbook, and they couldn't even follow that. Like, Condal, I don't know.
Condyloid.
Yeah.
No, it's it's like the Rings of Power.
Right.
They had the rights to 20 pages in the appendices that covers the time period that made the show of, right? And they couldn't even follow 20 pages.
Right. Let me read a couple of the chats. Sonny Frank is here. Hi, everyone. Warlord of Queens. We're gonna have a Mario Puzo situation released after Death with a Co-writer, most likely. The last book. I still think he's gonna get us the Winds of Winter. We had Damon walking around a room talking to ghosts for like 7 episodes. And the worst part about that, it wasn't until he got the vision. There was no growth. Like, he was growing as a human being, and then all of a sudden he has a Weirwood vision. He's like, well, I got to follow the vision. Like, so there was no personal growth. It just stunted him. It was just like, he now is just following a prophecy, a vision he had. Not that he was working out his mommy issues, brother issues, his wife issues, like, they were working on that. I could at least been like, all right, this is boring, but I see the character development. No, it all of a sudden gets just, now you're ready. And he gets a vision. He's like, well, I have to follow her now. I saw the back of a naked woman. It has to be her.
He got placed in limbo for a whole season.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you do with popular male characters like Geralt and Daemon, especially if they've got, like long hair. You make him stare at a hole for like 5 episodes.
Right.
Also, I think it's kind of cool that the Weirwood trees actually give you previews of future seasons.
That is dope.
Yeah.
And then I love how maybe
like a wish version of it.
Somehow a seer, like a Targaryen dreamer, is able to enter other people's dreams or visions. That was weird to me. Like,
she must have wood.
Well, I've never seen in any of the history of the Targaryens they do have dreamers, but no one is a powerful like they don't have the ability to enter somebody else's dream.
Well,
I've never seen them use that magic. So
it's not so much that she was able to just see it, which is weird enough as it is, but fully interact.
yes, take it over. Actually,
Yeah.
she like pushed him out of the weirwood, and they were in their own space for a while. Jane is correct. I mean, the source material is propaganda. It's written, and that's one of the things I love about Fire and Blood, because a lot of people are like, this is a textbook, it sucks. Well, no, it really doesn't, because George is showing you how historians and people take from, people that it's like not even first person source material. It's from people that were there, that observed from maybe 2 degrees out, and then their biases get involved, and you see who leans towards the greens and who leans towards the black. And it's just an interesting way he wrote it. Like,
well, yeah, the main author of it is a guy writing this all on his freaking essentially his deathbed. Essentially, he's about to be executed.
mm-hmm. And that's during whose reign again? It was Ares, or was it? I can't remember when he.
Yeah, and if you actually pay attention, you can spot the propaganda and why as well.
Yeah. Freaking awesome too. Fire and Blood, being a history of the Targaryens, kings of Westeros, Volume 1, from Aegon I the Conqueror to Regency of Aegon III, the Dragon's Bane, by Archmaester Gildane of the Citadel of Old Town, translated by George R. Martin. Like, just that got the minute I read that, I was like, this is freaking dope. Like, just the way he is able to, first of all, in the main storyline, be able to enter all these different characters' minds that he created and become that character and write their story is just amazing to me. Being able to do that first person.
This book, though, isn't for everyone. It's kind of like the Silmarillion.
Yeah.
I can see the comparison.
Because it's basically the second half of the Silmarillion,
mm-hmm.
which is a history book. But it's if
so
you're
you
looking
think the
for a narrative.
I'm sorry. No, I was just going to ask you a quick question, then I'll let you finish. I always viewed it as like a Bible.
The first half is a Bible, because that's
okay. The second half is okay.
Yeah, and then it turns into history, because it basically goes from creation to history.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
and Light was involved in both.
Actually, the first third is kind of biblical, and then it's the Elven history, and then it goes more into the history of Numenor and the other races and stuff like that. So, but it's not a story, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a narrative. Rather, it's more
a textbook.
But that's why I think Fire and Blood is good, because there is still story, there is still lines of dialogue here and there. There is like finding out more about like Maegor.
Dude, he's a hero.
I want a book on his reign. Like I'd love to know. Yeah, especially just that battle alone would be awesome to see.
Yeah. He is I mean, I did a poll. I think he's the greatest Targaryen fighter in history that we know of.
He had to have been.
He was just, look, he did some really horrendous stuff, but if it was not for Maegor, the Targaryens would have fallen by the third king. Third king, because he was the third king. So
if he didn't do what he did, that's a completely different line of succession as well.
That too. And the faith would have ruled, just like the Maesters and the faith have been trying to do since Targaryens took over. They would have accomplished it early on, and they would have ruled this now combined Westeros. Like, they didn't have the power to do it when it was separate kingdoms, but when Aegon brought it all under one blanket and was able to reign for, what was it, 20 something years?
As almost all of it.
Right. Almost. Right. The faith and the Maesters saw their opportunity once he died to control Westeros. And if it wasn't for Maegor, they probably would have been puppet kings and they would have just ruled. But Maegor just wrecked house. That dude is badass. Damon was in therapy, but there was no payoff. They stole his agency. Yes.
Everyone lost their agency, or especially the women characters.
Yeah. It was like everybody was preparing for something that never came. You know, like at the end of season 1, we thought we were going to get all these battles and like there was going to be angry Rhaenyra and she's fired up now and this and that. Like they're nothing like their book characters. And I know it's propaganda and I know they won't be exactly like that, but the idea that both women were able to go visit each other during a war, like
no one could get in or out.
They hated each other. They hated each other.
And also the only way to get red meat wasn't in the lands, above you, was over the ocean, which makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, you got to stick them in a drippy castle.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Jane says the theme. Yeah, go ahead.
I have to pop off though because I'm dead tired. It's 2
Stick,
a.m.
thank you for jumping on.
Thanks, buddy.
So I
really
just
appreciate
figured
it.
I'd pop on for a while.
Yeah.
No, I'm cool with that. Anytime you want to do that, man, you're always welcome.
Yeah, but take care and be well, all of you, and have a good night.
You bastard.
I'm about to go and be a dreamer.
All right, thank you, brother.
I see what you did there.
All right, Stig Kenobi, everybody. Jane Theory says the female characters were also done wrong. They removed Helena's relationship with her dragon, which was a big part. She loved to fly. That was like one of the biggest things in the book.
That was one of the first things that said she was joyful and got more joy from flying than anything else.
Yep. Her moment of trying to sacrifice herself to save her children. Yeah, she was willing to give her life, let them do whatever they wanted, just let the children live. They kind of touched on that, but she literally pointed out
take a necklace.
Like
Here, take my necklace instead.
Oh yeah, that was it, right? She literally was like, "Take my life, do what you want with my body." And then
he says, "I'm here for a
son for
prince,
a son.
Yeah, son. I'm here for a son, not a queen, or something like that." Yeah.
And they were like, "We can't tell apart which one's the boy and which one's the girl," and Mama's gonna pick, and she literally picks her son.
Yeah.
Like in the book, she tries to give up the younger son because he's too young to maybe remember, like know what's going on, and hopefully his death would be quick. And
he's not the
he's
heir.
the spare. He's the spare.
Yeah.
And they literally whisper in the kid's ear, "See, kid, mommy wants you dead," and then kill the freaking heir. But again, without the spare, the story is changed. People will try to tell you it's not because, he ends up getting killed on this bridge and one guy has a heroic moment. But without the spare, there is this now weird relationship between Aemon and Aegon that never happened in the book. So it is no longer Fire and Blood. Mason, what do you got?
Not much.
Okay, I want to make sure you can jump in when you want to.
Yeah. Sorry, I was listening to you go off.
Sorry, man. Was it good? Did I sound right? Should I clip it? All right. Thank you, brother.
Even little things like Rook's Rest, they were working on a plan together.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing separate about what they were doing.
Leave his brother behind.
Yeah, and then to be the one that causes his injuries. One, you've taken away the one cool thing that Rhaenys did.
Oh, Rhaenys did. Right.
And then to have her leave and then go, no, I'm just going to turn around and die.
Right, like 3 times she came back, and then it's Alicent who pretty much punks her son, who's the king, into throwing on his armor and going to a battle that he wasn't involved in, even though in the books he is part. Like, it's just so stupid, man. Him and his brother set a trap for Rhaenys, and it's a great moment in the book, and they ruined it.
Sorry, that just reminded. I take back what I said earlier. I don't actually want to see a Maegor series or miniseries because they'll make it all about the Black Brides.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah,
because they won't make the Faith look positive. You know that.
yeah.
And they won't let this true macho male look good. Again, as a show only, what would bothered you mostly, Mad? Like, you didn't know like the history of what really happened in Fire and Blood, but what caught your eye in the show that you were like, this is corny?
I think he still might be gone.
Oh, I forgot he had to go. All
Yeah.
right. Jon Snow is my Pookie says, and the fact that Helena just casually overlooks that Damon's responsible for the death of her children. Right. And she enters his dream and is like, you got to do this, bro. That's true. I didn't even think of that. That's a good point. Yeah, the greens suck.
They made it way more black and white in the TV series when it comes to the pettiness of the greens versus like the way in which the show makes it feel like it's poor Allison didn't know what was going on, and it was her father, it was her hand, it was all these
Right.
other stuff that was doing.
It was a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding where she led the charge of that. She's like, no, this is my, like, even to the point where later on when she's captured, they won't let her anywhere near anyone on the other side of the family because they're worried that she's going to kill them.
Yeah.
Like she's
She's
not
evil.
some little flower. Yeah.
No, she's evil.
That's why I love how Mushroom depicts what happens to her, which I know the show's not going to do.
So tell everybody.
So essentially what happens is once spoilers for potential season 2 or 5 or whatever we're going to have, when Rhaenyra takes over King's Landing, basically says to Helena and to Allison, if you're so fond of bastards, we're going to put you in a brothel, and you can only leave once you have one. And that was the reason that they say that Helena threw herself out the window.
Mm-hmm.
Which also happened to be around the same time that her son was killed at the bridge,
right,
by the fat lady.
Yeah, those two moments were the straw that broke Helena's back.
Yeah, and apparently that's what happened. Allison was, but then they say, well, they seem to take everything that Mushroom said and discard it completely. Even to the point that, like, the brothel scenes, they still had the brothel scenes in there, except that it was different. It wasn't Harwin that she ran into. Well, she did run into Harwin,
right?
But then it was Cole.
Yeah, it was weird. And then even in season 2, like I don't care about graphic stuff, but like that brothel scene was pretty graphic.
Yeah.
I mean,
sometimes it pays to be an extra. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Woo. One from John and one from Jane that go well together. They're taking away the agency of some of these characters and not allowing them to be flawed or make mistakes. I think they have them making mistakes, but they're not letting them learn from them.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's not like they make mistakes. It's almost like it happens to them.
Yeah. It's misunderstanding the series.
The death of Luke, right?
It was an accident.
I
didn't mean to do that.
Everything was always an accident in the show. Like, it wasn't, it was a misunderstanding, but some of that did happen in the book, but not to the full effect they did in the show.
Well, like, even when Aemon came back, he was greeted to a hero's welcome. His brother, put on like a week's worth of feast for him to kill. The only one that wasn't happy about it was Otto.
Right.
And then the line that he used then was it? I thought you only lost an eye, not your mind, or not. I can't remember the exact wording that he used. Saying that you shouldn't have done that, and even Allison's like it was a good thing.
Wait a minute, which one?
When Aemon,
yeah, he said I lost an eye and gained a dragon.
I'm saying once he killed Luke.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like I said, his brother cheered him on. He was happy about it.
Yep.
Whether he meant to do it or not, we don't know. But he claimed it.
Right. In the book, he did.
Yeah.
And then in the show, he claims it. And then you do see the regret at the brothel when he's all like fetal position. And that could have happened, but we never get a hint of that
No.
in the history book. You know, it's like, it's confusing to me. I don't know.
He was always seen. He was always seen as the. He was the scholar of the family. He was the one that learned. He was the one that was trying to be like Damon, but be a better version.
Better version of Damon.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And he like was, I think he loved his sister.
Yeah.
He didn't want to just take her. He loved her.
And as he said, you know, like I would have, I can't remember the line. I would have, if it was my duty, I would have done it. I would have done it the best that I could have done. I would have done it better than you, or something like that. That was the only time that it was just like, you know, duty is important to Aemon.
Right. Well, like the Dragon Knight, in a way. Yeah. That's after this, though, right?
Yeah.
Dragon Knight. Yeah. But he's like the precursor, kind of. You know what I mean? Like he, not to the effect of giving his life for a brother he hates, but he does know he would be better at everything that Aegon does, but he still supports his brother because it's his brother and it's the king.
He's duty bound, like he said. Like, I'm not going to take this because I'm not the chosen one. I'm not supposed to sit on the throne. I'm supposed to protect the thing. That's why he takes the title of Protector of the Realm.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, Mason had to go back to work, everybody. So again,
hey, mate.
I think I'll just shoot the link real quick for you guys. Please, someone just subscribe to the guy. He's a great dude, and he wants to be able to do live streams and stuff. And 100 subscribers is awesome.
So, he's 13 away.
Oh wow, we got that many for him.
Yeah, so he's got 87 subscribers. So,
guys, you rock. Thank you so much. That's awesome. He doesn't talk a lot on the stream because he always waits for like an opening, and we don't give him openings, but he's such a good guy and he has really good ideas. And I hope he can start doing live streams that we can join him on his channel. Very cool.
Very passionate.
Very passionate. Let's see. Jane wanted to say bye to the bastard. Jon Snow is my Pookie, says Maegor was a necessary evil, an evil kin-slaying SOB, but nonetheless saved the Targaryen dynasty from being annihilated by the faith. Amen.
Allegedly Kingslayer. Allegedly. Not really. Yeah.
Biggles Mets, or Biggles _ Mets. Sporking would control Westeros, and Winter would have came in the first season. It may have. The way I see the dance is that it's a tragedy. Yep. It's a tragedy about power and how a power such as a dragon shouldn't really belong to anyone, let alone a group of people who marry their sisters. In a way, you're absolutely right. When they married, when it was, you have a king, and I will never go against season 1, Patty's acting like as King Viserys just brought that character so many different layers than the book did. The book, like, he was kind of like a drunk who just put everything off, but Patty did unbelievable job. And it shows you what happens when you marry your sister and then she dies. And then now you marry outside of the family, how outside families are trying to take control or put their mark on the Targaryen line. Like, we want our bloodline and on the king's throne. So instead of it just being a Targaryen bloodline, which it was until Viserys, right? He's the first to marry outside the family. Yeah.
With
everybody else.
Alicent.
Yeah, Alicent. Wow, I never even noticed that before. Yeah, he's the first, and look what happened. So it's also like it's a warning. If you're a king, sleep with your relatives.
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird. I never noticed that before. But yeah, the minute you had the Hightower bloodline added to the Targaryens, they started to,
dilute.
No, not dilute, but like scheme. They start scheming Otto starts scheming. His
Well,
brother
yeah, it's
starts
the fucking
scheming.
high towers. Of course they're gonna
Yeah,
scheme. Like
Exactly. I never even
Always
thought
said
of
they're
that.
the Clintons of Westeros.
Mm-hmm. We meant the Clinton.
Yeah, the Clintons of
Yeah,
Westeros.
that's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hey, Jane.
Biggles Mets. She leaving? So,
I don't know. I was just saying, hey, I guess got back. He wasn't
oh,
here
okay.
when I left.
I have a question for you that I didn't realize you left, so I'll ask you in a minute. Biggles Met says Hollywood hates mothers who love their kids. Why would they let that stay? Yeah, it's weird because one thing about Allison, she's kind of a George loves to mirror characters, but not exactly. Like there's a lot of strong things
Well,
that will make you think like she's like a lot like Cersei, but she actually did care about her kids. Like Cersei
who's
didn't.
this?
Allison. Like she ends up hating her children. Like,
Yeah, I mean, have you seen some of them?
oh, she was literally okay. Another person.
She gives up her son, the king, and
Yep.
and because and doesn't even mention the fact that her grandkid was killed.
Yeah. Like it's so messed up that last episode. Was that the last episode? Yeah.
Yeah, you could just
she's
remember
willing
history.
to-
History will write you wrong. They're gonna say
Right.
you're a bad mother.
Yeah. Yeah. So like literally they're saying George's book is, the patriarchy. It's so dumb. And then
So it's good, is what they're saying.
awesome.
And also, sorry, just to go back with what you're saying about like Paddy Constantine, he was only on screen for 35 minutes. That entire season, he only had
Seriously?
35 minutes. Yeah, he had very little screen time, but we remember him like being big in basically every episode. That's how good of a character
he was
that
so
he
good.
did. Yeah,
He was so good. But another like just changing like the whole blood and cheese was the beginning of the ruining of season 2. They made them kind of like, okay, we're these hard, but we're gonna like killers. We're gonna kill this kid, and then they made him kind of like slapstick goofy. And then the scene where they stole it from Helena, but they also stole that scene from Allison because she was with Helena when this happened in the book. What do they have her doing?
It was her room.
It was her room, right? What do they have her doing? She's with Cole in bed.
Mhm.
You just take away any like motherly like survival instinct she had for her grandchildren and her child and just throw it there. Pops, what's up? George's book is not the page. It is definitely not. It is definitely not. I am going to clip some shorts. You and listless receptionist, please. A lot of people say it is a little dry at times, but it is.
Oh, yeah.
If you're into A Song of Ice and Fire books, you're going to dig it because it's fills in history we've heard of with like it makes Maegor look more like a savior than just this villain.
Maegor the cool versus the cruel.
Doesn't Daenerys say I'm the blood of Maegor, like Aegon the Conqueror and Maegor the son? What does she say? Not the cruel. She says something different. I'll have to look that up. Let me ask you this though, Mad. I was trying to get to you, but you were gone. You weren't a book reader. What was it about? Oh, go ahead.
I do read books. I don't read a lot of
when
fiction.
I say that this series, you're not a book reader of this series.
I try.
We all know Nietzsche and blah blah blah.
Well, as John once stated,
Yeah. As Carl Jung once said in a DMT trip. No.
Well,
but-
like Michel de Montaigne said,
There you go.
I speak the minds of others only to speak my own more clear.
Okay, so speak this clearly to me. You watched. Thank you. Episode or season 1. Did you like season 1?
Yeah, I like season 1. I was like, all right,
Okay.
I'm in.
So what about season 2 turned you off?
Man, so it's been a minute since I watched it, right?
Right,
Just thinking back,
understandable.
it felt like a drag. And what I hated the most was the son whose brother was eaten by a dragon. Right?
Yeah, Jace.
Yeah. Chase, right, yeah. Wait, which one got eaten? Chase or the other guy?
Luke
got eaten.
Okay, so
I always
yeah,
screw that
Chase.
up, too.
The scene with Chase and his mom when he's trying to be strong and hold
Mhm.
in like his hold his tears back and stuff. Won me over. I'm like, this dude, I want to see his journey.
Right.
And you don't see him again for in 3-4 episodes. And then he comes back and he's like, you know what? I'm going to throw in some racism here or whatever the equivalent is. You know what I mean? Because, oh, we were special. Now anybody can do it. Oh, like,
Yeah,
Dude.
who come up with this dumb
why?
idea?
And he came up with the idea too.
Yeah.
yes.
But it was only supposed
Why
to be
did
for the
that
great
happen?
houses. Yeah, it was weird.
Also,
And then go ahead, please.
The way that Doctor Who, I don't know if you played Doctor Who.
Yeah, he did Matt Smith.
Yeah. When he arrived at that castle, he was such a bitch.
Harrenhal.
You have a fucking dragon, and you're like cutting the corners of these hallways with your knife in some weird position, like you're scared to walk anymore. Bitch, you got a dragon. Roll up in that some bitch like you were on top of a fucking dragon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
And
the roof
then-
is literally open.
I know.
Here,
And
take
then
1 second, because I don't know if Bryce is still here. Bryce, if you are here, the book Daydreamer, please read Game of Thrones. It is it's one of my favorite, like the series is one of my favorite things of all time. I'm not much of a very strong reader and I couldn't put it down. So please make sure you read. All right, go ahead.
And then just for him to sit there and go through this therapy for fucking the rest of the season, while like as soon as you have a hint of a Bruja being running around and shit, you leave. What, you're gonna die at this castle. Then I'm not staying.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
out.
an open field up there. Give me a tent. Give me a bucket to piss. Well, I don't have to use a bucket to piss, and I'm out in the pasture. I'm out in the
Yeah.
field.
Yeah.
I'll hang out there. I'm not going to be in
I'll
this
sleep on my
castle
dragon.
with a Bruja and people saying I'm going to die here. It's
Yeah.
so dumb. He's like, yeah, but I'm so sad and I'm having dreams. What?
Yeah.
What did you think about the point where he says, "I'm not going to eat your food; it might be poison," and then immediately go to a woman who's clearly a witch and just drink a potion?
Just drinks whatever she hands him.
Oh,
Like that whole thing with her was weird because she's really
I'll be
interesting
back
in
in a
the
couple of
book.
minutes.
She's interesting in the book. Like you don't know. She's kind of like a Melisandre. You don't know like how old she is. She looks beautiful, but she's powerful and wise and just he never falls for it in the book. Like it's Aemon who does.
just-
Yeah, it is pretty stupid. I'm shocked that
I
Go
don't
on,
know.
keep
I
going.
haven't watched Mahler's cover on it.
I haven't either. I
For
will.
the most part, I agree with most of his takes,
I usually
except for
do.
this one.
Yeah.
I haven't heard, but yes, I have heard that he loved it. You know what I'm like? Oh, that's cool.
I'm glad he did. And I know what I'm guessing what he might say. Like even without the spare son, we still got to this point. But like that's like saying, yeah, George Washington became, gave back power, became the first president, but after his second term was about to be pronounce himself king. So James Adams kills him and then John Adams, and then he becomes president. You know what I mean?
Adams
Like
is the one that gave him that cold and made everybody take all his blood. Like, we're just gonna take a little bit more blood. It'll heal you.
Yeah.
A little bit more, a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's a crazy story. His death is insane.
yes.
What they did to him before he died.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Did you know there was a dude that came after that? I was like, hold on 1 minute. I think I know how to bring him back. I'm just gonna need a sheep. Yes. This dude came and he was like a friend of George and tried to convince them to let him do a blood transfusion from like a pig. It would bring him back
That's
because
crazy.
he thought, which he was right, that the reason he died was because he
They
lost so
gave-
much
yeah.
blood. So
Right.
therefore, what he needs to be alive is more blood.
That's
Anyway,
crazy.
it's a crazy fucking story. But
That is crazy.
look, I just as a I didn't read the books, but even without the context of those books, the show just did not do it for me. It was messy.
Mhm.
And no one seemed like they knew what it felt like. I think you said this. It felt like whoever wrote one episode did not talk to the guy that was picking it up after him.
Yeah.
Which
It
is
was almost
odd.
like they gave certain writers odd number episodes and other
Right.
writers even, and they weren't allowed to discuss.
So that's not uncommon at all. Most
Mhm.
television shows do that, but what they have is a show runner, somebody that
Right.
keeps that consistent
Vibe.
vision, that consistent vibe. You know what I mean?
Alrighty, I'm back.
But didn't. And I don't know, man. It
it failed to impress. I'm not looking
Yeah.
forward to the third season.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna
I don't know
watch
how
it.
they're gonna. I'm gonna watch it, but I don't know how they're gonna save it. I'm more looking forward to Dunk and Egg now, but like they, if you are doing source material, please stick to the source material. Like, yes, I understand you might not be able to introduce as many characters, but like the idea that you take away and it's such an important minor character. I keep going back to it as the spare son. It changes fundamentally everyone on the green side. Everybody's changed. Like they're nothing like they are in the book. And then they try to fix that in the last episode by saying the writer, the historians are going to write you as a bad mom.
Who gives a shit?
So
yeah, that was
stupid.
that to me. That was still one of the worst ones, and the fact that, yeah, a son for his son is like, yes, I'm sad about that. Blah blah. That's
Mhm.
terrible. I'm like, you're not going to bring up, the
I-
heir that
Yeah.
killed.
Real quick
Right.
before you read this,
Yeah,
listen.
yeah.
I regardless of source material, the show in of itself, I felt was a step down from season 1.
Amen. Yeah.
I felt
lacking.
it was downgrade, regardless of any lore or
Yep.
oh, they didn't stick to this. I don't.
Yep.
That doesn't matter to me because I didn't read the book, so I didn't have that context, and it just felt like a downgrade. It felt like sloppy seconds.
Yeah, like-
also, I was right the whole goddamn season. I kept saying it all season. The dragons are coming. The dragon fight is coming. It just like the winter is coming. It never came.
Mhm. Right.
Gotta wait
And then they
4
do
more
that
fucking seasons.
montage at the end of the season. Like, we got
Ugh.
some stuff working for you. Because some of the
Oh.
they're not going to be able to. I think they said they're only going 2 more seasons. There is a lot of big moments that they're not going to get to. We went over it the last stream we had 2 weeks ago. Like, there's so many big moments with the dragon seeds, with people's deaths, with the taking of Harrenhal, the taking of King's Landing. Like, there's so much. I don't know how they didn't put a little bit of that in this season and take away such of the filler we got. Like, there's more
Yeah.
action in the book than there is quotes, people speaking. So why don't you give us the action and then you could fill in a little bit extra, because it is more of a textbook type thing. I don't know how people liked it. I respect, again, dude. Gary,
Big fan.
big fan of Gary. Always
Gary liked it.
Yeah.
Well, marking him,
Gary,
taking him off my list.
Ryan did.
Yeah, I brought up a couple of things to him in chat and basically got yelled at over it.
Really?
Well, I'm wondering if that's
I'll
why.
go to his house right now. I know where.
Yeah, I know where
right
you
down the
live.
street.
It's like I don't mind that. Like, I wish he came on last season so we can discuss it. It wouldn't be like me attacking. It would just be like, why, as such a source material guy, how did you just kind of wave this off? I know a lot of people can separate the show from the books, but like, it has to, like, I did that with season 1 because there was differences.
Right.
Like, Rainey's coming up through the floor, being able to kill everybody, and then being like, it wasn't my call, even though I killed all these peasants. Like, okay.
But yeah, but as I said,
the butcher of the dragon den.
Yeah.
But as I said, even with that, all that though, the show I felt still did not work.
No, it didn't.
Oh, could you imagine? I know everybody has their bad take. Not me. I don't know what that would be like, but I can kind of pretend that I would know. You know what I mean?
What, meaning like
If I had a bad take
everybody
on
yeah.
media, right? Like
Yeah.
if I liked something and everybody hated it
Yeah.
or something. I don't know what that would be like.
I don't either, because I don't know, but there's probably stuff out there I like that others
Nothing
don't.
for me.
Tomorrow's teachings.
Yeah.
Love it.
I think
Not
you
the- not
unironically
the-
love that.
Not the new ones though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they've changed now. Now that they're all set in the same
Uh,
house.
That's another thing. Season 2's mistakes coupled with these budget issues. How is one of the biggest shows in the world having budget issues? Like, don't forget Game of Thrones season 1, which is awesome and very close to
Yep.
the book, had like maybe 2 moments with CGI. You know what I mean? Like, the rest was just actors on location. You could
Well,
still do it no matter
They
what.
also trimmed things back. Remember the Royal Hunt
Yeah.
in season
yeah.
1?
Yep.
What it should have been?
Yep.
Yeah.
mean, the royal hunt in season 1 was 3 guys going
Yeah.
hunting a boar, which is one of the biggest parts of the book that we don't see firsthand. But I liked how they did it in this season 1 of House of the Dragon. You know, like all the different houses and
Mhm.
their carriages and their tents. Like that was awesome.
That was season 1.
I don't know. I refuse to read a book. Words are the enemy. Is the love affair between donkey and dragon in the book too?
Donkey. Oh, that's from
Donkey.
Shrek. I just
Yeah,
got that.
yeah.
As soon as I did
Jason's-
the donkey.
Yeah. Jace's daddy moment was hilarious. Was like, you know, who your dad is, and he gave you every good thing you have. That was another moment in the show that I was just like, when Jace is talking to his bride to be, what's her name? Damon's daughter.
Not Baywell. But Raina.
Raina. When they're talking in the book or in the show, and they're just nonchalantly being like, and what about Harlan Strong? You
What
know,
about
like
your
your
father?
real
No,
dad.
I mean
you know,
your
like,
daddy. Yeah.
that was weird, man. Like
And
even
it also didn't make any sense that he would go so hard on bastards then as well.
well, okay, we could say it's like he hates himself for being a bastard, so he hates other bastards. Whatever. It was dumb, but the idea that this can get you and your mother and the rest of your family executed, like, and you're nonchalantly just because she's,
Like, this is literally why the war's happening.
right. You're just talking to your bride to be, hey, she's on my side and we're going to get married soon. This is Westeros. It changes in a heartbeat. Why be so on? It was weird. Is your clickbait true? Midnight's Oblivion. No, I did it read as clickbait? How did I put it? Get ready for wins. Okay, it does. I'm sorry. I believe we're getting it at the end of 2025 and no later than the end of 2026. I think we're going to get it next year. There's no way this guy can't be done with it. And he has so much coming up in the 26 and 27 that he has to finish this now. Has to. Please, somebody tell me.
You said the same thing in 2021, I remember.
I might have.
About it coming out in 2023, 2024 at the latest.
Yeah, I don't. What do you guys think about the Hightowers and their initial origin story? What are your beliefs? We will get to that in a few minutes because we'll do some theory stuff. I'll watch season 3 in hopes that something will actually happen. Then I'm fine. Yeah, me too. I'm hoping. Why does the source material matter when it's separate universe? Really?
Well, they say based off the story of this when they put it out there and they're saying this is what it is, it's inevitably going to be compared to it. People can say they can separate the two from each other, but realistically,
yeah,
there's always going to be that comparison and that
And both showrunners never said it's separate.
Yeah, this is the first I'm hearing that. But again, as I stated before, even without the context of knowing the source material,
it was just
the show was still.
It just wasn't done well the second season. The first season rocked, and it may be because Patty held it up so well. But I think the younger versions of the Queen and the Princess were great.
Because only women age in Westeros.
Yeah, I know that was kind of weird. I also really enjoyed the older versions of them in the show, even with them making it seem like Alicent was just along for the ride and it was a mistake. She misunderstood about the prince that was promised. That part pissed me off. Like in the book, she is all about her son becoming king, and now they make it seem like it was an accident on her behalf.
But
like, take any of your other
has nothing to do with it because they already planned everything around her.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, no, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
so what's the point of making her look like she's innocent?
What's the point of making her look like an idiot as well?
Yeah. But like, take any of your other favorite, like, okay, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. It's separate. People shouldn't hate it then. You know what I mean? Like, take Alpha Kenny One. I don't know if you're like a big fan of A Song of Ice and Fire. You're always here, and I respect you for that.
Rings
Thank you.
is good. Get out of here, bro. You're trolling. Don't even bother with this.
No, come on. Alpha didn't say that, did he?
Rings is
Yes.
But
He's
Rings
just
is
fucking with
good.
you. Yeah, he's just fucking with you. Don't even listen to him anymore.
I don't know. Is he? If you like it, then God bless you. Because I like when people like stuff. You know, that's
I do too, as long as it's things that I like myself or can understand why.
like the original.
Well, I mean, season
I
2
love
of
that
Rings of Power
series.
is awesome when they made Sauron the main character, and he's a good guy now.
Well,
I get it. He is a dude.
he should be the women.
He also turned into Venom in the first episode for a bit, and then he killed a farmer. So and then immediately ran into Galadriel.
Okay, CGH, my brother. No, it is not flat Earth. It actually is around planet Toast. They call it.
Well,
It is round. No, George has said it. It is round.
Never seen a round map.
Mm-hmm. Kirsty Angel says now Alicent wants to sell out her son Aegon, sacrifice him to Rhaenyra in season 3. After what the hell was her whole story arc in the books, she just suddenly does a backflip. Nothing mesh. Yeah.
Well, they're gonna do this again, so it's gonna be another misunderstanding because she says you can basically kill Aegon because he's got no quality of life anyway. So when they go in there, he's already going to be gone, and then it's going to be like, no, I swear he was there when I told you before. It's going to be like another misunderstanding. Just that's all it is. It's just misunderstanding the series.
Yeah. Listless Receptionist. I know it's a flagship show. How are they having budget issues? Yeah, that makes no sense. Their budget was bigger than the first couple seasons of Game of Thrones.
Combined.
Like even if with inflation, I made that up, but it probably is true.
I believed it. I bought right into
sounded
it.
good. That sounded good.
And backed you up 100%.
Thank you, brother.
That's called friendship.
I mean, I know it's a lie, and I'm still backing you. So
Yeah, thank you. She also says it is weren't for Harwin Strong loving his kids, Luke would have bit it in the fight with Aemon. Yep, because he taught them swordsmanship.
but that's only in the show as well.
Yeah, because Cole was the one, right? Not Cole. Well, Cole later on, but I forget who was the master.
It wasn't because Harwin 1 wasn't even there, wasn't supposed to be there.
He was a master of swords, right? No. Johnny Skin. I love Skinwalker here. Hey, where's Gary? Sporking, how's it going, buddy? It is good. It'll probably get back to Gary. We were talking bad about him, but we weren't. We were just. I don't know how he liked season 2. I don't get it, but I do want to have him on Aluminum Spork to talk about his trip to South America because that is freaking awesome. Jealous much? Yes, me. Yep. I watched Rings of Power. It's not real Lord of the Rings, and you have to divorce that in your mind. It's not great either. I like Sauron though. Yeah, I got through season 1. I wasn't able, like the dude. I don't know. I wasn't able to do season 2. In Flat Earth
I wasn't
theory,
able to do episode 2 of season 1.
Remember, we were going to do a show about it, and then we got to it, and we got to the point where they were just trying to walk over a bridge, and it looked so fake. We're like, no, we're done.
CGH, you're right about that. There is a nice wall on the Flat Earth, but it's like it goes around the whole disc. You're right. We only have a wall. I enjoyed Show Harwin. I was bummed when he got deleted. Good dads can't live. Truth. I feel the same. I was jealous of that trip. Dude, Johnny, I'm telling you, man. If my channel ever gets big, we'll go to like Egypt or something. Or somewhere like people don't really go. Like Gadang, you know that one.
Padong.
Gadong. All right. Enough about House of the Dragon. What else can we talk about? I was going to say theories.
High Towers.
Yeah, the High Towers. Okay. Where is Kirsty Angel? Put down what let me read the little Hightower
You-
thing here.
I got a. Do you think that the reason that we haven't heard anything about the High Towers is because he needed to bring out all the other material first to introduce them in Winds of Winter?
Yes. The Hightowers, there has to be other stuff going on.
They're like one of the biggest players that aren't even in
Right.
the game.
And the Lord hasn't left the tower in how many years? It's been like
Yeah.
2 decades or something. Hold on, I'll be right back. I just want to grab something.
Sure. Well,
Yeah.
now we get to talk about whatever I wanted to talk about. You see, are you watching Land? Damn it, what is it? Landman?
Landman?
Yeah, I like that show a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a couple more episodes to come out so I can do them in a row.
Good.
So, because I think there's what 3 out now.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
I'm digging it.
Yeah.
Digging it a
Yeah,
lot.
well,
I'm
I, mean,
also
I, think,
looking.
I knew you'd be watching it. It's a Tyler Sheridan show.
Well, I don't watch
so
all of his stuff. I don't watch Lioness. I haven't watched Yellowstone or 1883 or the other one.
You should watch 1883. 1883 is actually pretty good.
I may check it out. But
Yeah.
I'm also looking forward to Robert Eggers' Nosferatu.
Yeah, well,
That's
I mean,
coming out on
he
Christmas.
can do a period piece like no man.
Yeah.
So
The Witch was so fucking good.
Vivitch.
Oh yeah, The Witch.
Yeah. And that other one with what's his name?
The Lighthouse. With Robert Patterson and
Yeah, The Lighthouse was awesome. That's
Willem Dafoe.
one of the best small cast films I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Though
Yeah, it's a two-hander.
I still don't
With-
know what happened at the end.
Oh, I'd have to rewatch it to. I mean, it's the
Well-
mercury poison is what's getting them.
The last shot is him being eaten by the birds,
Yeah.
and I'm like, did he fall out of the did he kill Will? Was he a ghost? What's going on here?
I'd have
Is
to
he still
rewatch
drunk?
it. It's been a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, when I saw that, I'm just like, okay, this guy can play Batman.
I didn't mind this Batman. I know he gets a lot of shit for it. I didn't mind him.
Well,
Who's
I mean,
Robert Patterson.
Patterson.
He played a young, whiny, emo-ish Batman, but I think that was his character.
Well,
Even though
Batman's
by-
been a
Well,
little
you'd be
emo-y.
sad too if your parents dead at that age.
and
I
everyone
would
keeps
have
replaying
gotten
it.
over it by now.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
but maybe this is the thing you got to understand. Maybe he really likes wearing eye makeup, but the only way that he could get around it was by dressing up like a bat.
Oh yeah, because he tried out to be a part of My Chemical Romance, but they
Yep,
wouldn't let
didn't
him in.
work. Well, actually, there's a drumming position available now. So, because he died the other day,
Who did?
Oh,
the drummer.
For what?
My Chemical Romance.
Oh, wow. They're still around.
I guess he's gone to the Black Parade in the Sky.
Oh, shit. You
Oh.
went there. Nice.
Because that's
Uh.
that's the name of the song and an album.
I think I knew that. I don't know. No, I busted this out for trying to find the history, like the origins of House Hightower.
Did you take off your
Uh,
glasses to read?
Yeah. I have good vision up close. It's farther
So do
away.
I, but why? I don't. I have contacts.
And I have progressive lenses. It's just I don't know why I can't do it with the glasses on.
So, are you saying that your glasses are politically aligned to the left?
maybe.
So, is that a Song of Ice and Fire, a World of Ice and Fire you got in front of you?
Yeah, this is the World of Ice and Fire. You have
You
yours,
got
right?
You got a different cover than mine.
Well, I got
Yeah.
like one of the original ones.
Yeah, but mine's better because it's
Yours
it's
probably
worse. I don't know.
Does yours
I'll
have?
say-
Is yours like
Yeah.
like you
Yeah,
feel
but
it?
it's written in Australian though.
Oh, yours isn't better. Look, mine like you could
Yeah,
feel.
Scott's is better.
Yeah,
the
mine's a bus,
dragon.
but I've also got a dragon on the inside.
You can
of
feel the dragon like
Look,
how people
Look.
feel us when we speak because with
Yeah.
the
See.
deep.
Braille.
Okay, I'll give you that. That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. I think
It
mine's
also
better.
says in the back it's better than Scott's version. So like,
Oh, okay. I didn't know
Yeah.
that was okay.
that's
you
Martin's
got me.
words, not mine.
So the first Hightower's so-called roosted out dragons that lived on Battle Isle. Many small folk believe the Hightower itself simply appeared one day. The full and true history of the founding of Old Town will likely never be known. We can state with certainty, however, that men have lived at the mouth of the honey wine since the Dawn Age. The oldest runic records confirm this, as do certain fragmentary accounts that have come down to us from maesters who lived amongst the children of the forest. One such maester, Jellicoe, suggests that the settlement at the top of Whispering Sound began as a trading post where ships from Valeria.
Hey, Check the
yeah.
chat. You got membership donations.
No, come on. All right, I'll jump down there. Hold on. Getting there. Look at this guy. Let me get to here first. Sky, this is my belief it's coming out. So I'm sorry if it's clickbait.
But the channel's under attack.
The channel is under attack. But from what George has said in 2024 and 2022, in 2022, he said he wrote 1,100 manuscript pages. And in 2024, he hinted that he would have it done before the third season of House of the Dragon. So I think 2025. So thank you for being here, though. But gifted 5 Sporking News podcast memberships is the great Biggles Mets.
Yeah, I believe he called you out for your bad take. Something about vending machines.
Yeah, okay. He's wrong. First off, okay. And
which anime is that?
Wait, is this the anime? No, that's trucks. People always get killed by trucks.
No, he did. Everybody gets killed by a truck.
Well, no, it's a time traveling truck. They don't get killed; they just get sent to a different plane of existence.
Yeah, but a lot of them die. They die.
Yeah,
and
only when they come back.
No, they're dead.
Vending machines.
So the show is called Reborn as a Vending Machine. Now I Wonder the Dungeon is a great show. Okay. Reborn as a vending
based
machine
on
now.
that title alone, no.
Oh, dude, he's a vending machine. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
and you just got to watch it. You got to watch it. I like shows like Campfire or something, like the dude's camping skills, like cooking skills make him more.
But he's a vending machine.
Yeah, that's the best part. How would
that's
you
like
get
saying, what was the Rock's name in Star Wars?
Geode.
Yeah, it's like saying Geode is such a great character. It's a rock. It doesn't move. How is it more?
No,
because he can communicate with just simple phrases.
Yeah, and he was very nimble for a rock.
No, I'm talking about the vending machine.
Yeah, but as long as nobody was looking. But the vending machine, though,
yeah,
I mean,
like Cisco.
How does it move?
Oh, not Cisco. I keep thinking it was Cisco. Not Cisco. The guy looked like Cisco in Mystery Man.
Can I get back to the great guy who just gifted
Kel.
this?
From Kenan and Kel.
So the great Biggles Met gifted 5 memberships. So we now have as members the Cheese Factory, Demageni, Pimp. Subhuman 84, Trucking Along the World, Cape 10 Cook.
Wait, what? Say what was that? Sorry. Hold on. I was on a different tab.
First of all, I said Cape. It's Captain Cook.
It's Captain Cook.
Oh my
Captain Cook.
And you went Cape 10 Cock.
All right, I got to do this because Scott just failed so miserably. I didn't catch that it was Captain Cook either. I certainly knew it wasn't Captain Cock.
Cape 10
I said Cape 10. Yeah. Okay. LDG, one of the best people around. Thank you for now being a sponsor because of the great Biggles Met.
Biggles Bets. Yeah.
Dude, I'm all fucked up. He says he keeps hearing the PlayStation turn on.
Yeah, I do too.
Is it a fan sound? Because that could be my computer, maybe. No, that beep.
It gets beeped. Yeah.
Oh shit, that was embarrassing. Okay. Listless reception. It's hilarious that Essos is as big as Westeros, if not bigger, and we don't know much about it. Yeah, I mean, we know a little, like its history somewhat, but there's
Is that
so
where the
much.
minorities live?
Yeah, the minorities.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
It's also very deserty. So,
Biggles Mets member for 21 months. He just gets that. I don't believe anything Sporking says. Thanks, buddy. You're the best. You're the best. Wait
do
a
you
minute,
think the
how
guy
did you
isn't
just
Captain
become a
Cock?
sponsor again? He's now a sponsor again. I don't know how that works.
Well, he bought sponsorships, I guess.
It's called Cape 10 Cock. Thank you. That might be my new trolling.
Captain Cock. That's right. That's
I
even
can't
better
believe I
than
said
Captain
that.
Cock because
Yeah.
that one gets you sound like a male stripper. But Cape 10 Cock.
All right, ladies. Next up on the stage. He's a
Captain
naval
Hook.
veteran.
I'm sorry, I misread that. Captain Cock.
Well, it'd be Captain 10. Like, anyways, they're ruining Harry Potter. I'm annoyed. Dude, we will be covering Harry Potter on this channel, on this show. It's not just the, yeah. They've already offered, how did I say his name last time?
Noke.
Papagucci.
Oh, yeah. Papa Dewey. Papa Gooey.
Yeah, Paapa, I think his name is spelled. He looks just like Sirius. Or not Sirius, Snape. He looks just like Snape. That's who they gave. Hey, Janet, long time no see. Good to see you here. J.K. Rowling is woke, but also woke. Yeah, she is. She's more of a classic liberal than she really is. She's a classic liberal. She wants people's freedoms and rights, and she wants to defend women's rights. I bought the Neodrode just to show. You're a son of a bitch. Vending machine, you stand there and get used by everyone. No, the vending machine has the ability to, he has to like gain amount of money a day, and he can upgrade himself. I think at some point he will be like a movable vending machine. He could transform to different types of vending machines. And a really, really strong girl carries them everywhere.
Oh, you were looking for a Coke machine? Well, now I'm a all vegan snack machine.
Take that, Cape 10 Cock.
I'm evil. I'm the evil vending machine.
Yeah.
I'm the one that C3 always gets stuck.
I'm the one that you put in a quarter, I spit out a dime. I am only
I'm the one
here
that will never accept your dollar, no matter how many times you rub it against the corner of me.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about? When you're,
I know exactly. Like, I can't get my dollar flat. We
have dollar coins here.
Mick Grant, or Mick Grant. What is wrong? Mr. Grant Gregory, AI member for 30 months. I am only here because of the clickbait title, but I stayed for the company. And in the end, isn't that what life is all about? No, seriously, I don't know. I
Had to use 150 characters.
It was awesome. Please, Sporking loved the part where he saved the village from STDs by letting them buy condoms. Yeah, there, things happen.
Okay,
CJ,
well, I don't think
machine then.
Yeah,
I think they should be free and provided by the government.
Right. Anyone read the books knows Snape has long greasy hair and is furthest from being black. Alan was perfectly cast, and it's a shame he was a little old, but he was the character, but he was old for.
I could see him with a Jerry curl. My stepdad has Jerry curl.
Let it shine, soul glow. It's a shame he's no longer alive, but at this point we need to move on. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Half-Blood Prince, even though it's not accurate, is better than anything they have planned. Yeah. The worst movie from book to movie. And I liked the movie because I read the books after the movie was Goblet of Fire. They just did not do a good job transferring from book to movie. And I hope when they do that season, they give it a little bit extra.
Well,
do you want Dumbledore to walk over to the thing calmly and ask Harry, or shake him violently?
The shaking violently has grown on me, but yeah, no, I would rather him calmly go over. I mean, Dumbledore is always calm until he shows glints, like little moments of just being powerful.
Well, for me, as far as Harry Potter goes, I watched Page Master.
Mm-hmm.
So I skipped all the books and all the movies because I saw the original, the best, the definitive version of this story.
Wait a minute, say that again?
I saw Page Master when I was a kid.
Okay.
Which was the definitive version of this type of story, of this story. So I'm good. Did you not remember Macaulay Culkin and Page
Macaulay
Master?
Culkin. How do you not remember him? He
Because,
gets
dude,
turned
I'm
into a
48 years
into-
old. I
dude,
was
he gets
dating
turned into a
girls.
cartoon.
I don't
No, you
remember
weren't.
that
Don't
one.
lie.
All right.
They even had a game.
I knew girls. I don't know. I don't remember that one. Seven Kingdoms are actually the seven hells. What you got, like gluttony?
Those aren't
Huh.
hells; those are sins. But I get what you're
Yeah.
Oh
doing.
shit! Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. You're right. What would the seven hells be? Like Dante?
Well, yeah, Dante's
The
bullshit.
seven levels? Okay.
Yeah,
I know my stuff.
it's
Biggles.
like a seven nacho.
Yep.
7-layer nacho, but instead of that, it's like pain and suffering. So kind of like at the end of after you're done eating the 7-layer nacho, it's that same feeling but broken up in layers.
Right.
That makes sense.
That does make sense. When are we doing more
Which
anime?
part's the guacamole?
I will try. He says it's great they hired Lord Corlys for Snape.
Hey Biggles, if you want anime, man, check out Literature Devil in the mornings. He starts every morning at 7:30. Get all your
Dude.
weeb shit out then.
I'll tell you
let's
this
see.
right now.
Every
If
weekday.
if he wants a great panelist that knows his anime, he should put Biggles. He should introduce them. Seriously.
Well, I have an open invitation, so
I know you
if he
do.
ever needs a weebologist, I'm right here. He knows this. He's seen my certifications. I've proven it time and time again.
Okay, you know, you don't have to. You're just holding them all to yourself. Okay, let the poor guy. He loves talking anime. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I made an impact in the chat by pretending to be a banana once. So
That has been going on. God, every
for how
morning.
long now?
Every morning I've been on there for 3 fucking years now.
Yeah.
There's bananas through the meme. It's crazy that most of the people doing it will readily, like, they will admit, I have no idea why we're doing bananas, but we're doing bananas.
Mm-hmm. It's so nuts. That is so nuts. Yeah, this is the guy right here. Yeah, bananas all started from you. I didn't know that.
this guy right here, we can't see what you're seeing.
No, you. The whole thing started with you.
Yeah. With Banana Dave.
Banana Dave. No, here, this is what I was talking about. I to play Severus Snape in HBO's Harry Potter. I mean, he looks a lot like Severus, right?
He looks like
Oh, is that the guy from the Lazarus
Denzel's
Project?
son.
He does
Yeah,
look
yeah.
like Denzel's
He does
son,
look like
but
Denzel's son.
he's been in
How do I spell his last name? Because he looks similar to the guy that was in the Lazarus Project.
ESSIEDU.
I like that movie.
Yeah, because he's a
Lazarus
Pom.
Project
Right?
was good.
Yeah, I like the Lazarus Project.
I thought I saw
Yeah, it was him. I thought so. You know, I like. I mean, second season died off a little bit towards.
Oh,
the
I
end,
was talking
but-
about the movie.
Oh, he was good in Gangs of New York or Gangs of London. That was a good one. Have you guys watched that?
No.
That's a
Wait.
good one. Gangs of London.
Great. Were you talking about the movie or the show?
The show, the one about like it's like the government has the ability to do like a Groundhog Day scenario.
Oh,
So they
no.
can
I was talking about the Lazarus Project, where they bring people back to life. They started with the dog, and then they brought back the chick, and they're all evil and
And he was in
twisted.
that as well.
No, I thought that's what you were saying. I wasn't saying he was in that. All I said was I like that movie.
Who? Okay, I don't even know that other one.
It's with Pete from the League.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one with what's his name from Fast and the Furious?
Paul Walker?
Yeah, because I look at Lazarus Project movie and it comes up with Paul Walker.
That's not right. Maybe it's not called the Lazarus Project. Hold on,
Okay.
let me-
I think
Maybe
you
it's
screwed
what
it
I'm
all
thinking
up.
of.
What?
Because he
Give me
has
the
the word
basis
Lazarus.
of it again. What is it?
They bring people back. They kill them and they bring them back from the dead.
It's a remake
Oh,
because like the original one was with
The Lazarus Effect.
yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. The Lazarus
Yeah,
Effect.
Lazarus, the one that has Quicksilver in it.
Yes. Here,
wait.
let's look it up.
Oh, Donald Glover's in there. Oh, yeah, this is the one because it's Olivia Wilde.
Yep.
And Mark Duplass was his Pete from the League. Yeah, I like that movie.
I can't spell Lazarus. Hold on. Gotta look at that again. Let's just look at this because I'm such a bad. There we go.
LAZARUS.
Yeah. No, I know it. It's right here. I got it.
It has a 15% of Rotten Tomatoes. Maybe I shouldn't be recommending this movie.
All right, let's see who's in this.
You can tell she's evil because when she comes back, she has black eyes.
Yep.
I forget. Oh, it's Olivia Wilde, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a little crazy.
I forgot Donald Glover's in
Some
it.
would
I'm
say that
rewatching
she's
Community.
a little wild. No, that's Childish Gambino.
Oh, look.
I
that
got
is Childish
I even
Gambino.
got that. I got that. Ray Wise, nice.
He's dead now.
Is he really?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the movie I'm thinking of from the 80s, early 90s with Krister?
You're thinking of Flatliners, right?
That's what that's it. You're right. Okay. They remade that, didn't they?
Mm.
Yeah, you're looking at it right here.
Elliot Page. Sorry.
No, Ellen was in it.
I don't know which one it was.
What year did this one come out?
2017. It has one of my favorites. What's her name? Dobry or something. Nina Dobry. Dobre. Diego Luna. But the
I love
original.
both of us in
Yeah,
unison said it with an accent.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's his name, Andor.
Yeah, right. Andor. Yeah. No.
I think your
Is
kid
it?
is barking.
Someone's barking. Yeah. As Ellen Page. So
See?
Courtney was played as Ellen Page. So you're right.
So, well, there you go. So now IMDb can be done for dead naming.
So Kiefer Sutherland was in this one and the original. Okay. I didn't know that. The original was good. He was a badass in it. Okay. We'll be wrapping it up soon. But Kirsty Angel, put down what you were talking about with the high towers before we go. I'd like to go over that. Johnny Skinwalker says, which 7 characters from A Song of Ice and Fire represent the 7 deadly sins? Gluttony would be Robert. Yep. I would think that. Envy. Would Littlefinger be envy? Or would he be like, okay.
No, it would be
Ned would be pride,
okay.
I think. Wouldn't that be pride?
No, Cersei.
No, C would be whichever one equates to horniness.
Well,
no.
Lust.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe.
I would put.
Oh,
I'd
that
put
would be
Peter
Jamie.
I'd put Baelish as greed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Greed
yeah, maybe
would
greed.
be. Wouldn't
Yeah.
greed be Littlefinger?
Well, that's Baelish. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Baelish. So Wrath, Khal Drogo.
No.
Yeah.
He did that out of love.
Okay, the 7 are pride, greed, wrath, envy, lust, gluttony, and sloth.
Sloth would obviously be Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, no.
No, I think
sloth,
No, it would be Sam.
no.
No, just because he's fat. No, he actually
Yeah.
does. I'd say someone who moves very slowly.
Okay,
The
fine,
Night
then.
King.
Well, then Sam would have to be.
Well, no, the Night King. I'm gonna lock that in. If the Night King exists the same way he does in the books as he does in the TV show, then yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I need charts in front of me with
Yeah, hold on. I'll share.
cast and stuff.
Envy. I could see Tyrion as Envy.
No, he was never
No.
envious.
Yeah, he is. He's really
he never
envious.
wanted power or position.
Yes, he does. That's how envious he is. You don't even know.
All right, we're gonna go over this. and I'll get the
Jon
cast
Snow
up.
would be naivete.
No, lust.
Oh no, you know what would be? Jon Snow would be ignorance, or because he knows nothing.
He knows nothing.
Well, I just put them in the chat. Now I'll share these guys. So let's go with this. We'll look at the people, not flatliners. No.
Which one had the blades strapped to his penis before he had sex with a prostitute? Which one of those was that? I base all of this on 7.
Yeah, I was
The
just about
movie.
to say, wow. Yeah, no. Wrong one. Let's see. Where are there? Oh, maybe I didn't hit the goddamn thing. Maybe I should actually click on it.
Okay, so we go. Pride would be Jamie Lannister then.
Yeah, I guess. He's kind of
Oh no,
lustful
dude,
to actors.
Envy Sansa, hands down, especially early
Yes.
Sansa.
Yes.
That's a
Oh,
tough one.
I guess Wrath would be little chick.
No, I'd say probably the Hound.
No. He wasn't ever wrathful. He was.
He was in that episode where they killed all those people.
Oh, that
when he was the
episode.
gravedigger.
Okay, I was thinking more of his overall.
That's where he's up
arc.
to now. He's the gravedigger when we last left off. So, but anyway,
Yeah,
guys, I've got
wait,
to.
we left off. He was
off.
dead.
No, he's alive.
Are we saying books or shows? I never read the books.
Books.
We're doing books. Okay,
Well, then I'm-
so
So, all right, I'm gonna head off.
All right. See you,
okay,
brother.
yeah, we're gonna close it up in a minute, anyways. I would say Pride is. I mean, it kills him. Is Ned Stark. Greed is Littlefinger. Wrath could be the Mountain because he's just pure wanting to crush and kill everything.
How close is the little Stark girl?
What do you mean? To Wrath, I think she's right there too. I mean,
Yeah.
her whole thing is getting
Right.
revenge.
Yeah, she has that whole list that she wants to take out. I mean,
But
that's
Wrath
far
is-
more
Is
Wrath.
Wrath revenge or is Wrath just pure like he loves to kill and rape and do all that stuff?
Okay, kind of got a point.
Envy, yeah, maybe Sansa.
Definitely.
Lust.
Lust, I would say. Oh, that's a good one. I
It
don't
could
know.
be
Well, who wants the throne? I guess
we could say lusting for the throne in a way.
Yeah. So
well, in two ways then. No, that could be it too, but it also could be Robert's youngest brother.
Oh yeah.
Because
Either
he's-
one of the
well,
brothers. Stannis?
well-
Nope.
Stannis might be Pride. Actually, Stannis is Pride.
Yeah.
Like he is all about like this is mine.
The
this
gay
is
brother.
by law, but the gay brother is lust.
No, I don't think it's lust. I think he was talked into it more than anything.
Right, but he also lusts.
Mm. Okay.
Gluttony is Robert
Uh,
and sloth. There has to be a character for sloth.
Gluttony. What about the hot pie?
Hot pie? Come on.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the little kid who bakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might be more sloth than gluttony. I mean, gluttony to me would be, it would be Tyrion. I mean, he's
Okay, yeah, Tyrion.
He-
We'll go with that. Yeah,
drinking,
because of
whoring and
horrors.
stuff.
If you think of it outside of the realm of like what we saw in Seven, where it's just a fat guy tied down
Yeah.
to a table forced to eat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Danny possesses a couple of the sins, I think. Pride. She,
Wrath there at the end whenever Bells
yeah, I mean,
hails
she is
Bells,
wrathful, dude. You go against her, she's going to
Yeah.
destroy you. She might be all seven sins because except for sloth, but like because if you think about it,
Well, she did stay in Esseros for a long
Um,
time, way longer than
yeah.
what she needed to.
her pride tells her now
Mhm.
she has to be the queen. It's almost like it turned into like greed for the throne of
Yeah.
Westeros.
She wanted all seven kingdoms, and
She envied her brother at like other people at the beginning.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I'll think about that, Johnny, and I'll try to have an answer for you next week. But we're gonna have to bounce out because it's getting late here. Yeah, maybe those two for lust. I was thinking that also.
yeah.
Oh, sloth, Walder Frey. That's
The other
a
one
good
that's hanging out past the wall, giving
No.
up babies to the.
Oh, that one's good too. That's like gluttony. But no, Walder Frey is like the guy at the Twins, the old guy.
Oh
Red
yeah,
Wedding.
yeah. Bangs all his daughters, but
Yeah.
in a different
Oh,
way.
no.
no. He
No,
doesn't.
he doesn't
Sorry.
bang any of them, but he has like 99 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty dope. yeah, but we'll wrap it up. We'll talk about next week. Saturday, we will be doing a aluminum spork. We'll get some good topics going. If you guys have any topics, please send me a message or on X, something, or you can email me at sporkin, not with the G, sporking, because I screwed it up. So it's sporkin news podcast at Gmail, because I'm an idiot. You got anything you want to float out there, buddy?
I'm good, man. Starting a new channel next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a music channel I've not done a video for yet, but I really want to
Nice.
start. What's your channel all about? Or is it like a
I'm
surprise?
still trying to come up with a name.
Nice. All right. And let me know what you guys also think about this. We're going to go out with this one. This is the amazing song that Mr. Grant Gregory came up with for the new for Aluminum Spork, because I keep getting copyright claimed for my awesome intro that he made.
Oh, I
So
could
this
do
is the
one
new
too.
one. Here we go. Later, everybody.
Already gonna do a version for you to play whenever I come on specifically.
Welcome to Aluminum Spork, where mysteries come to talk. From ancient cities,
I love the video.
underground,
Yep.
to UFOs that float around.
I love that.
Giants of the past, prophetic signs that last, archaeological fights, and strange unexplained lights. Aluminum Spork,
That's a fork.
where truth and legends intertwine.
AI cannot make a sport.
From pyramids to guidestones.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that it's not a sport. Hey, Jane, I've said hi to Jane so many times.
Deep into
Didn't know that.
the unknown.
Okay, all right. Hey, I was getting a little out of control with Grant here.
Yeah, Grant. This is like over 2 minutes long too. I don't know if it's a little long for the intro.
I'll cut it down. Bro, I say, hey, Jane. She has said to me the whole time. She goes, Spork. Wow.
That's awesome.
From Göbekli Tepe's rise to jellyfish
I mean, he hits everything.
in darkened
I think she's saying hey to you.
Mound builders of old,
How would I know? It just says, hey.
stories left untold.
She could be talking to anybody.
And history's cold. We're questioning it all. Aluminum Sport, your weekly dose of mystery.
I don't know what that was.
From ancient
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Gucci.
Peace out, everybody. Have a great night.
Hey, Louie, my